Welcome. Hello. Let's find somewhere I can prop y'all. Make sure to thumbs us up as you come in. If you see the button lit up in red that says live in your left-hand corner, you are watching the live. If you do not see us lit up in red, that is okay. You'll be catching the replay. We're going to start off with folding some laundry. Just going to be a chit-chat and kind of a finishing up my cleaning vlog. So I got to fold some laundry, steam mop my floors. Let us know how your weather is, your day is. If you're new here, then welcome. So this is white, so I did today, y'all. I think I'm going to get out. Hey, Joyce, how are you doing? How's your weather today? Linda said there were some storms down there, down in their area. Thank you for liking the stream. Sorry about that. So let's just chit chat. We'll wait on people to come in. If you're new here, then consider joining the channel. There's monthly memberships, 4 different levels, gifts, and super thanks. Also, you can like, subscribe, share, and hit the notification bell. It's not a have to do thing, but it is optional. Y'all, a few things to give you updates on and discuss. By the way, Joyce, they did call me today for the endoscopy test, the test. I can't think of how you say it correctly. The test where they put the camera down in your esophagus and stomach. Y'all fixing to get some storms? But I couldn't schedule. I couldn't say yes to either appointment. And here's the reason why. They had tomorrow. That would be very, very last second. Them calling me right at lunchtime. And my husband happened to say, Mark, I'm going to have to take the day off to take my wife to Turlock to have that scheduled in. Typically with the company, he likes at least a 2 or 3 day notice. It doesn't always work out like that, but I mean, that's typically fair because that is our livelihood. Welcome to the 11 people here. Make sure to say hey. Let us know if you're new, where you're visiting from, and how your weather is. And then they had next Tuesday. Next Tuesday lands on the 5th, which is registration day. Registration, they're doing early in the morning, and I think that it'll be a big chunk of the morning getting them signed up for classes, then probably checking out the school. So make sure to thumbs up the stream, everybody. Say hello. Don't be shy. I just throw these down. We're folding whites, we're cleaning and chit-chatting, so I didn't schedule. I think in the voicemail, she didn't tell me on the phone. She was talking kind of fast. His availability will open up in November. Hola, welcome. So yes, y'all, I'm excited to be getting things. I don't want to, maybe excited is not the right word to use. I'm grateful to be getting things done and answers and stuff, and but Mason went to a Christian summer camp called Sugar Pines, and it was the last week. There was one day. They're only allowed to miss up to 3 days of school, and because he was going to miss 1 day of summer school, which is half days out here, and it's optional. You don't have to have the kids do it, but because Mason's special needs and a little bit lower in the comprehension, they recommend it. And so he lost an elective. He will make that elective up in the fall, but it's going to be a lot of hard work that he will have to do to make that elective up. So, I can't, the school they do reason with you, but, they have rules and stuff too, pretty much. I'm good. How are you? Welcome to the 3 people here. Let us know if you're new and where you're visiting from. Mason, quit. Hold on. Mason, stop. Well, he's letting you know you are. Let me grab my drink, y'all. Yeah, he's barking at your boy. Please stop. So, come on, Pluto. Looks like I'm coming down here. So we're just folding whites. I did whites today, y'all. Some Pepsi. But yes, we're getting a little bit of cleaning done. I thought I'd chit chat. A lot of people have asked, hey, Sean, welcome, welcome. Y'all, we've been getting these cute little rocks I'm going to show y'all in this video today, too. Thank you for all the love and support. If you're monthly members, if you are just here watching the stream, if you are, whatever you're doing, thank you, thank you. I'm good, y'all. I'm a little kind of hyped up because I think nervous energy because, yeah, I've been waiting and knowing the day was coming, but it was one of those things that was kind of, I guess you could say bittersweet because I couldn't. I mean, I could have, but if I schedule in and then Chris loses a whole day of work, because even like Linda was telling me, Crystal, yeah, you're going to probably, they typically want somebody with you 24 hours after that test is done because everything's got to wear off and all that. Then he told me straight up, he's like, Crystal, Mark cares about you and cares about your health and stuff, but he's going to really kind of be ticked off because he has to, in just a matter of a little bit of time, try to figure out and schedule people in to try to get the job done. And when you're running, he's owns his own company, and he has a crew of like 13, 14 guys. So just have to be respectful of that, y'all. So please do, anybody, when I talk about that, I don't dive into details when I talk about stuff. I just share with y'all because a lot of my family will ask, how do I get a bobby pin in this? So, yeah. But, I don't think with registration, I don't know. They keep sending us thing from Aries on our Gmail, but Chris has a problem with the signing. Like you can do the signing on a device a lot of times. I have a lot of times it just will not let me in. It won't let me log in. So we're going to have to wait until we go down to school and get all that squared away too, And Mason's starting high school this year. So kind of a big deal. And so, yeah, just thought we'd get some cleaning done. I've done most of my cleaning, but I do my white separate from my colors. Just chilling. Good to see you here, Sean. That's how we are. And the mail lady, she's so cute. She keeps leaving these rocks. Let me go ahead and walk y'all out there so y'all can see them. She drops off these rocks. It's a rock group on Facebook. I'm not going to share links and stuff. They ask you not to. You can, I think, share photos, but no one's information or anything like that. I'll just show you the rocks. And the mail lady puts them in her mailbox. There's 2 of them that's arrived. It's really, really cute. I think she fell in love with my son because my son's always checking the mail. And, yeah. So let's get back here and I'll show you. I'll hold them up, okay? Ooh. It says, you are somebody's reason to smile. And then this one came in the mailbox today. So, and we have tons that we dug up. Tons that we dug up, y'all. There was tons that we dug up in this yard. I think the family before us that lived here, they had a boy, and he was a little bit younger, I think, than Mason. And he used to love being outdoors, and I think he was probably into the whole rock collection thing. And so I don't know if she's seen that one day because she has dropped packages off at my porch, or what it was. I'm lagging. Go into the stream. If I'm lagging, go out of the stream, refresh your page, and come back and see if that helps. If that don't help, let me know. Am I lagging? Anybody else, am I lagging? Hello. But yes, y'all, and also rubies. The ruby thing I've been asking a lot about. I say this in pretty much all my streams. Those turn into revenue. I was like, what the world is rubies? What is rubies? What is rubies? So, but those turn into revenue. But Joyce, you still here with us? Is it freezing up for you? Will, I don't want Mason to go outside outdoors because he stays right here in the yard. He don't go out of the yard, Sean. Our mailbox is right here at the end of my driveway. And I can see out all my windows because I have like sheer curtains. Me and him's always in and out. Okay, yeah, so Sean, if it's on your end still glitching, just go out of the stream and come back in, refresh the page. Let us know. But yeah, y'all say a prayer about that. It does have to, my health is very important, but at the same time, I mean, I do have to take into consideration of other factors, you know, that are just as important. Mason's education, and I also got to take into the fact my husband's work schedule. Because, I mean, Turlock for us is about a half hour from here. It's about a half hour drive, and so we'll have to get up and leave about a half hour early just to be down at that appointment. And so even if I went in and got it done, and my husband, he'd missed pretty much most of the work day. And he makes not great money, but he makes decent money being an electrician. So we struggle making ends meet now. That's why I'm always trying to grow my channel and hope to see this turn into a little bit of a small revenue. Morning Coins, 100X, hello. Hello, Ree, welcome. Thank you for the 7 likes. So, and in Mason, you know, we wanted Mason to do Christian summer camp because to me, that's education. And see, him being educated and learning about the Bible and God and his walk and what that may look like. So I told the school, I was like, he'll have to lose the elective. Luckily, I know that Mason does summer school every year. He didn't do it this year. He'll get to make that up. So, what did y'all think of the rocks? What y'all think of the rocks? Did y'all see them? Yep, there's always super thanks and gifts. Different ways you can support the channel. Pretty good. It worked pretty good. Good. Okay, Sean. Sean, what grade are you going in, buddy? I know you're in high school. Probably like 11th, huh? 11th or 10th? Sean is Mason's good friend, y'all. They went to school together. You like them? I think it's cute. Mason yesterday was like, Mom, we got a rock. Pastor John dropped a rock off in our mailbox. And I'm like, Mason, I love my pastor, but I was like, I think Pastor John's busy. I don't think it would have been our pastor to put a rock in the mailbox. And I flipped it over, and it has the name of a group. And it says if you want to join, it's got 3 rules. You have to, answer the questions. And I think I'm on their pending list. And I was like, well, why would they put it in the mailbox with no postage or stamps? But I think the mail lady can do however. And my husband said it's got to be coming from her. She smiled at us real big and at Mesa when she come back down the other end. And I think she's seen that I have rocks that we didn't go out and do ourselves. But there was a collection of rocks in the yard. And last year and the year before, we did a lot of digging and kind of trying to get the front yard to look decent, which it don't look decent now. All the digging they did putting the well in. And the short and sweet is like we found a bunch of rocks. And it was the same kind of deal. I can't give you information on that because it's just when I filled out some of the questions on that, they asked not to, or no link sharing or nothing like that. So I can just tell you, I think it's a really sweet jester. I just got an upgrade. 10th. Okay, cool. 10th grade. So, yeah, but I think the rocks are really cool. And I have a feeling, something told me in my spirit, like Mason's probably going to receive these rocks every day. He meets the mail lady at the mailbox most of the time, and he goes out there and sits by it and hangs out. And sometimes she'll be sorting out her mail, and she'll sit there for a minute and have a conversation with Mason. And most people fall in love with him, so, yeah. And I don't have no green thumb. I've been trying forever to get things to grow. Welcome, Lois. Welcome. She probably did, Ree, but this is day 2 of her leaving the rocks. Day 2 of her leaving rocks. It's really cute. It's really thoughtful. Our plants don't do real good. We try. I think it's something to do with my soil. I don't think it has to do with how much I'm watering. If not watering enough, I think it is something just to probably do with my soil. But I told Mason that she's probably going to be dropping them off like every day now. So, yes, this is funny. But yes, y'all, so if you haven't and you would like to, optional. I have 4 levels, monthly membership levels. I have gifts and super thanks. It's much appreciated when you can support the channel, but it's not a have-to-do thing here on the platform. There is a level 1 for $1.99, level 2 is $2.99, and level 3 is $4.99, level 4 is $7.99. There you get things. You're not just watching a video and paying to watch the video. You get access to my videos. You get shout outs. You get to connect with me on social media and other platforms. I do giveaways. YouTube itself, once you get up to 8 monthly members, offers special features for y'all on the platform. So, just to share that with y'all. But yeah, just getting a few things done around here. Yeah, and I was thinking that Tess was going to be in Merced. I don't know why I thought Merced. I guess it's a little bit closer, but I guess the procedure's done in Turlock. So, it's okay. We'll drive there to get it done. Turlock's a bigger city than what we are, and Modesto. They're 2 bigger cities. Merced is a big city. It's probably bigger than Atwater, but Turlock and Modesto are definitely like bigger cities. Did I get my appointment? We were just talking about that. I got a call today, Ree. I could not schedule because tomorrow I can't make my husband just take a full day off of work on a last minute notice. He just literally started back with the company less than about 3 weeks ago. And Mark, very great Christian guy, very reasonable. But there's just no way Mark's willing to, be able to figure out something that quick. And then Tuesday was the other available day she had on the 5th, and that's registration. So I think she said in the voicemail, it wasn't over the phone, availability should start opening up in November. And, I didn't want to have to wait. I am very, very nervous about the test, but, I will wait. I'm new. Welcome. Make sure to like and subscribe, y'all, if you're new. We're a variety channel, so we upload hauls, vlogs, chit-chats, a little bit of everything. We're just chit-chatting about my appointment and chit-chatting about, how the day's going and stuff. But yes, and then they did call me the other day, too. They got me not scheduled in, but they got me on the list for the colonoscopy. But she said I'm not technically supposed to get it done until the beginning part of the year. Here in California, not all doctors, but depending on where you go, they try to keep their annual physicals and different tests and stuff like that, unless it is an emergency and it's something you need, and they try to slide you in faster. They try to keep like physicals and annuals, and even like with the animals, if they go down for booster shots, or they try to keep those around the same time of every year, because it just makes sense. Not all people do it that way, but I know my doctor does it that way. That's like I did my annual back in August of last year, and I will do my annual again on the 25th of August this year. So, it was okay. I was a little discouraged, but at the same time, I'm just like, I have to do what makes sense, I don't think mine is I don't know. I'm not God, but I have a lot of acid reflux, and a lot of times I'll have to cough a little bit. It's not even real bad. That was the whole reason for getting this procedure done. Sometimes I have difficulty swallowing. I haven't had that in a minute. Sometimes it feels like stuff feels a little funny, but that was why they wanted me to get it done. Colonoscopy, because my dad had colon cancer, so that's why I'm on the list for that to get it done. I think my sister has to do that too. Or you don't have to, but you're supposed to, So yeah, it's one of those things, y'all, like, the availability is hard sometimes, you know, especially when it's like things where you got to go in for tests or procedures, you know. Because if there's anything that they got to do, hey, Lisa, if there's anything that they got to do where they got to put you asleep or you got to be sedated, they like for a friend or a family member or somebody to be able to be there with you because, you know, yeah. You wake up and you're still kind of out of it a little bit, I think. I've never had it done, but that's what I hear. Hey, Pluty, we'll go upstairs. Let's go upstairs. There's Pluty. Say hey. But yes, yeah, I will subscribe. Thank you for subscribing. Oh, no, you had to spend the night at the airport. Sorry to hear that, Stack. That's never fun. Never fun. Oh, my goodness. I bet they offer a room. Some places do and some places don't. I think it really depends. Let's put this vacuum up. We're going to steam mop, y'all. I've already vacuumed. That's new steam mop to put this up. I had gotten a phone call. I was downstairs going through. Any of y'all have paperwork? I have paperwork. One spot, next spot, this spot. And I have to sort through it. Keep, don't keep, throw away, keep, put up, need. And it seems like I have a hoarder of paperwork I have to go through here lately. You know? Yes, I do too. I do too. But yeah, my husband, you know, he does electrical, if y'all ever wondering. He's done that most of his life. Before that, way before I ever knew him, he worked in the club for about 12 years, I think. And he's been doing electrical for about 30-some odd years. And he works for himself and for the company. But he's kind of been on and off with the company. I won't get into his personal business like that. But the short and sweet is like, as long as he proves himself and he's working, he's not missing work, he's doing what he's supposed to be doing, then Mark will gradually bump him up in pay and put him in a position where he's not out there constantly being, because my husband's going to be 59 this year, y'all. Chris will be 59, so he's slowing down. He tries to take care of himself. He doesn't do the greatest at it. And he might even be a project manager or kind of oversee other guys. But little things come up, whether it's appointments or school. This was one of the problems we did have a couple years ago. Before I have what's called Alliance Transportation set up when I have to go down for medicine or I have to go down to appointments. But in an appointment like this, that wouldn't even help because they say you have to have someone with you. Someone that can stay and be here to be there when you're in recovery and you wake up. And you don't have to have someone like that. I mean, you can risk it, I guess, and hop in an Uber or Lyft or, you know, go by yourself. But they highly recommend, and I've talked to enough people and the family to just say this much, you know. My other stepmom, Linda, was telling me they like someone to be with them for the next 24 hours. She's like, Crystal, she's like, what I would recommend to you is don't try to eat a whole lot. Eat very lightly because your throat might be a little bit sore, you know, and that will go away. Don't be nervous about that, but you're probably not going to want to eat real heavily or like no full course meal. So you're probably going to just want Chris to kind of be with you for the remainder of that day. But Chris works anywhere from 8 to 10 hours a day. That's a full day of pay. And, you know, at $25 an hour, he's easily losing, I don't know if you do the math, times 25 times, you know, 8 to 10 hours, I'd say right about 150, 160 a day in pay, you know, so that's a lot. And that's being real. That's being truthful. That's part of our power bill. That's our phone payments. That's little things, you know, like you can't just say, oh, you know, I'll call and I'll schedule that. They'll shut you off. So She said, thank you, Joyce. Thank y'all for all subscribing, Joe. He is. But the reason I couldn't schedule for tomorrow, Friday, is because I could, and Mark would allow it. But then the way that works is Mark's not going to be happy. He's going to be a little disappointed and upset because Mark would only have, it's 1:30 Pacific time, so it's after lunchtime. When I got the call, it was about 20 minutes after 12, lunchtime. And so Chris would have to find Mark because typically them being a bigger crew, they have different jobs they work on, commercial and residential jobs. And so Chris would have to get in touch with Mark, let Mark know in the middle part of the day that my wife's got to go down and get a test in the morning and I'm going to need to take the day off. So last minute, in the middle of Mark trying to work, the crew trying to work, Mark would have to stop what he's doing to make arrangements for whoever to be able to work. And so my husband was like, I can, but Mark's going to be really PO'd. Like, I really, really don't want to have to ask him a day before. I understand it's important to you. And this was just them calling me on a cancellation. I was on the waiting list. Any cancellations that come up, they call people on the waiting list to schedule them in. So it wasn't like it was guaranteed, I had to do it by no certain time anyways. I mean, the sooner it gets done, the better. But there's just a lot to look at, I guess. But he will be losing pretty much a full day of work because he will be the one taking me for that. Plus, he's going to be missing Tuesday because Tuesday the 5th was the other day they offered, and that's registration. And we go down to the school around 8 in the morning, and we'll probably get done about lunchtime. So, you know, Chris can go work half the day, but, you know, after he does all that, you know, he still missed half a day of pay. Yeah, and that's what they're going to have to do. I mean, I have to end the voicemail, and I could be very wrong, y'all. I get things confused very easily. In the phone call, she left me a voicemail. I missed the voicemail. I called it back, and then I called the number back. She said that, okay, that's fine. I'll call you back if we have another cancellation. But in the voicemail, she said availability. There wouldn't be anything available till November. So August, September, November, about a 3-month wait. So unless I get lucky and get into a cancellation appointment. So it kind of is what it is. I know God's got me. Whatever I go through with God's grace. That's the way I have to look at it. Am I a little anxious, anxiety, nervous? Yes, I take anxiety medication. I ain't gonna show my information. Twice a day. But at the end of the day, I have to do what's suited for not only me, but for the family, you know? And that's the two things. One, Mason already missed and lost an elective because we wanted him to go to a Christian summer camp.
And it was against him.
And if he missed up to 3 days, it was going to be 1 day. Then they took the elective. So he had 2 electives. He has 1. He will have to make elective up sometime during the school year or when he does summer school.
When will I get it back?
You have to make it up, buddy. They'll let us know. The short and sweet of that is I wanted him to be able to go to Christian summer camp, be a kid, learn about God, because he is a strong man of Jesus. And then secondly, you know, I can't interfere with my husband. My husband is a transportation. I don't drive. That was my choice. I can't interfere with his work schedule for mine. And that's what I was telling y'all. So hopefully that's not confusing. This was a problem in the past because before I had it figured out to where if I have an appointment, I have to go down and get blood work, whatever's needed done, go pick up medication. My husband was having to lose part of the day or a whole day of work to take care of my stuff, you know, and he loses a whole day of work, then other people get put off. So yes.
I think I'm going to be having lots of infinite homework.
Yeah, and that's what he's doing this evening, Bree. That's what he's doing this evening. Can y'all still hear me and see me okay? Thumbs us up if you can. That's what he's doing this evening. He's letting them know that I'm trying to schedule in, that I did receive a call, but I'm trying to schedule in for the appointment that we don't know what day it's going to be. but that he will need pretty much the full morning and day.
You do know that will we have the infinite homework every day to make it up?
Yeah, buddy, it'll be okay. So sorry, I don't mean to keep talking about that, but I mention that a lot because a lot of people reach out to me personally and ask. I have family that ask us about that. How's things going? Short and sweet of it is, the 2 they had was not going to work for the schedule this time around. So, yeah. Ooh, I don't wear myself out on that. I'll sit down for 1 minute, then we're going to steam mop. Take a break. 1 minute. We're at 30 minutes and 40 seconds. So, yeah, y'all, I don't go into, listen, you got the AC right up on that. I don't go into a lot of income or too much health details here on the platform. We live paycheck to paycheck, though. It's not easy, and I'm not here not working by choice. It just don't make sense for me right now with what I've got going on, you know, and, literally, I just, you know, I would be paying as much for transportation to go back and forth to work as I would actually bring in. So if I can make revenue here and this can come a small little income, that's what my goal is to do. Who's still with me? Make sure you say hey or thumbs us up. We have 9 likes and 2 people. Out weather, it's smoky here. It's hot. It's a hot day, but it's actually nice weather. It's like the mid-90s.
I'm gonna be tired by the time
No worries. So yes, y'all, when you do support, I've had a few people say and curious, you're not just here paying to watch my videos. If you want to support the channel, you can. If you don't want to, that is optional. It's not a have-to-do thing here on my platform, but it is optional. There are many, many people that share really, really good content, different ideas, tips, or products. There's a lot of channels that will do like the paid promotion thing, and I think they get a cut, and then YouTube gets a cut, and you know, whatever works out for someone and their situation, their family, is what a person should be respectful of. Because I do always let y'all know when I'm mentioning gifts, super thanks, or monthly memberships, you don't have to join my channel, but if you want to, you can, you know. And the difference between gifts is like the things, I think they turn into rubies, and that ruby turns into revenues with the stickers. Super thanks is different dollar amounts, whatever you want to do. Monthly memberships is a subscription. Somebody can. I don't know, buddy. I got a little bit. I try to go an hour. I'm at 33 minutes. Most people with the monthly memberships, there's different levels. And each of my levels shows the different perks to the level when you join a channel. We have 6 monthly members. We have 6 monthly members here on the platform. Joyce. I always do shout outs. My stepmom, my husband, he's a monthly member. Angie Davis, she's a great friend and great crafty, love her to death on Facebook, and she's over on YouTube. Washi and Coffee, she's big into the planners, and she's such a sweetheart. Let's see, Joyce, Angie, Chris, who else did I miss? Elizabeth's a good friend of mine. She lives back home. She's in South Carolina. And then my mama's a monthly member, you know. But it's not a have-to thing, y'all. But I do talk about that a lot. I'm one of those that repeat things and I say things and I mention stuff. You might have heard me saying it in other videos. I might say it again because I know there's a lot of people that get to watch the video from the beginning to the end. There's some people that might just be click on viewing or catching replay, you know. So yeah. Be careful though if it's smoky out there, Ree.
Just to let you know, after when you're finished with the live stream, we're gonna be playing a game.
Mason's making us do, well, he's not making us. We're playing Mario Brothers. Y'all know the game Mario Brothers? We do have a giveaway, y'all. I've kept that giveaway going. It was supposed to be drawn back in June, but we have 5 names The rules for that is very simple. 1, like, subscribe, share, hit the notification bell. 2, join the channel, become a monthly member, offer super thanks or gift. Or 3, when you do both of those things, you get 3 entries. And it's for a Kate Spade purse and an unnamed brand wallet. You do have to live in the United States, and you do just have to say enter me here or in the comments section. I have shared photos here.
Can I tell the membership levels?
I've already told them the membership levels, and I have shared in different videos. Who's still here with me? Say hey, wave, like, Ree's the only one commenting. Can y'all see me? Joyce, can you see me? Somebody thumbs up. Who can still see me? Lisa. Lisa may not be here no more. Zach, let me know. Yeah, it says 7 people watching and 9 likes. Okay, because that way I know y'all hear me and see me. Sorry, Slack, you got stuck at the airport all night. Man, oh man, that's rough. I need to go get my drink. I think I left it downstairs. And then we're going to get up and go ahead and steam mop. Just want to sit down for a minute. Okay. But yes, y'all, I'm not excited about no test. But the reason they wanted that test is because I had some acid reflux. Not all the time. It's like an on and off thing. Sometimes swallowing, it feels like stuff kind of goes down the wrong way. And then I get kind of a persistent cough. And typically it happens after I eat. And then they did find a hernia on the upper part of my abdominal. So they're just kind of looking at a bunch of different things.
You do the rest of your life. But just remember, when you enter, please be in the room where I'll...
Blaine, I will. My son's so pushy. Y'all hear him in here making demands? Let me get my steam off.
Alright, I'll be waiting.
And I ain't gonna be doing it right yet, so give me time, man. Give me time. Give me time. Give me time. I got a pushy kid, y'all. So my son, my mom gave me this. This is the old Shark steam mop that we're using. I'm gonna change out the thing on it real quick. She said, that's understandable. Oh, no, I wouldn't be in a good mood neither. You've had to wait. But it happens. Airports are not fun. Let me go put this downstairs. Let me grab a green one of those, y'all. You can get these online at different places. Amazon, good deal on them. Turn his light on. Good deal on them. They just kind of Velcro over the top. And I use mostly Murphy's oil. But if I don't use that, I do use Fabuloso, which I might use today. I might even be out of my Murphy oil. I don't know. That's another thing I got to double check with. I meant to ask my doctor that day I was in there. I don't know if insurance, I got to wait and see how much insurance is covered. Because if I got to pay out of pocket, it'll be something I have to save for a little bit. If I got to pay out of pocket for anything, I won't be able to get it done anyways. Most of my stuff's covered by insurance. But you do occasionally, every once in a blue moon, get something that pops up and it doesn't cover. So, certain medications, like, I had one down at the pharmacy, and they wasn't, it was weird. The generic brand, insurance paid for, but if you got the original brand, you had to pay out of pocket. So silly little stuff like that. Yeah, I'm hoping. I just had basic Medi-Cal, so I'm not ashamed to say that. So before I had Medi-Cal, I paid what they consider a low-income sliding fee, which is $45 for your visits to see the doctor. If you had to have blood work or imaging or any kind of test, it was an additional $45 for that. So $45 for whatever you had to have done, pretty much. If it was surgery or big stuff, there was one year back in 2023 when my sister paid. It was like $137, $133. And that was for the mammogram that a woman's supposed to get done. So the mammogram was like $130. And I think that was, I didn't have insurance. So. Yeah. Well, this is a test and a procedure, so both. It'll be a wait and see thing. It definitely will be a wait and see thing, y'all. So, who's here? Oh, that's one of my landlord's helpers out there. Or let me see. I ain't my husband. All right, let me get the Fabulosa put in here, and I'll be right back. Oh, they just went outside. Yeah. So yay, this is like $4 or $5. We have wood floors, so it's Murphy all 1910, really good. Really good. We're gonna use some, what is it, Mason?
I didn't see that. You just parked that thin air.
No, well, the helpers and stuff are back there. My landlord has a tree service because we're in directly behind us. So you hear my dogs barking. There's another driveway beside us to where they pull in at, and my dog can see everything, and he just loses his furry little. He's like, that shouldn't be allowed. Y'all, I do a empties review. Share my opinion, not because of some of the reviews and different things you see is because somebody's getting paid promotion, but YouTube even has you click yes or no if it is or ain't. I just share my opinion, products I try, and if they work for me, and if I think they're a good product or not. It is. It's really good, especially for wood floors. I wouldn't just use it on any floor, but I'd say definitely for wood floors. So I'll grab a cup. I'm going to use my filter water, y'all. Fill it up with water. Okay. Who's out here with me? Let me know. If y'all can hear me and see me okay, let me know. Thumbs us up and let me know who's here with me. I see Ree watching. Ree, you might be the only person here. That's okay. I don't know. Let me know. I know Joyce was here a little bit ago. And I'm sorry, y'all, if I'm talking too much about health. They're going over and over stuff again and again. That's my personality. I don't do it to be funny or whatever. I just share with y'all. If I'm doing content, if my everyday life, I'm just authentically me. You know? If I got something on my mind, I talk about it. You know? Who's here with me? You're the only one, Ree, I guess. Okay, let's mop. I can't stress over it. Let's mop. We'll start here in the living room. Move this stuff. It can be stressful. I'm grateful. I've got a very thorough doctor. Lane, turn it down a little bit because I don't want copyright here. I'll take it over. All righty. It can be. Welcome to the second person here. So we're mopping this. You just push down and it causes steam to come out of it. I'll show y'all a little bit and then I'll put y'all back down so you can kind of see what I'm doing. You gotta go around. And so it just pushes. I'm not picking up my rugs today and stuff. I'm just doing around them. Because I mop probably every probably about once or twice a week, even if I just spot mop. I used to have a steam mop. I love that thing. My mom gave me mine. I use a spin mop. I don't know why she ever got rid of this one. I was like, if you ever get rid of it, I want it. She wants me to come down tomorrow and stay. She's packing up. Poor mama. She does have a channel, y'all. It's, I can't think of the channel name. If you want to check her out, like and subscribe. Makes the floors look nice though when you do this. Something Sandy got right there. Let's get that one quick. You can use it on towel. I don't typically use it on towel a lot, but if I'm right here, I might as well. But yeah, I'm blessed, y'all. I got baptized, I'm going to read what we said over here. I got baptized on Sunday, last Sunday. I did put photos on my Facebook, and that short got 900 views. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It wasn't about the views, but just, it was a time for me to kind of renew my faith. Yeah, it was so satisfying to see. He's so funny, Reese. He's like, girl, I'd be liking it doing it. I don't blame you though. I like these spin mop probably better, but sometimes it's just quicker to do this. You know? Oops. And then I can kind of get up under things a little bit better. So it's like I'd rather her not have to deal with all this. And I kind of go over places, you know, a good bit. These floors are all banged up. My landlord calls it shellac. They use on these type of wood floors. So I'm not real sure, y'all. That's what he calls it. Who's that? Okay, yeah, just making sure. It's my live stream's been weird. The other one the other day, it was like it went black and white, black and white. So I brought y'all back for a second part, and it didn't do that the second time. I was like, what the world? It was acting crazy. Oh, you gotta be kidding me right now. You got to be kidding me. I'm going to have to pull that chair out. It's not that good. I moved my table, y'all, so if y'all wondering, like, her table wasn't like that the other day. I moved it. Tons of cabinet space with a smaller type kitchen, so, and living room space. My bedroom's pretty good size. Mason's is, and then my husband's got a full man cave room. His is probably the smallest. But, yeah. Says, hey. BNS, guest. Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. Let us know if you're new. Welcome to the stream. Hello, hello. But, yeah, y'all, we are so close. I'm so thankful we got a chance to be monetized here on the platform. I did sell the paparazzi jewelry for a little bit, you know. I have tons of it. I wear it. I always comment on. They went up to like $8 from what I heard. I think that's what I was hearing. So. Let's unplug that. It's amazing how Ooh, when you get older, you start feeling broken. Now, even when it's cooler weather, you're like, I'll be dying over here. I'll be dying. But yeah. Let's go sit outside for a minute. If y'all want to see the rocks again, let me know. I'll show you. Already showed them. But I will show them again. Oh, it's hot out here. I don't know why I wanted to come out here. Oh, well, I'm out here, huh? Y'all, I'm in a silly but kind of a antsy mood. See, for me, and I learned this years ago, for me, I had that high, very, like talkative real fast, all over the place kind of energy. That's when you can see more of my nervous side coming out. When I'm kind of calm and mellow, that's like, I don't know, I guess the opposite. Ooh. Okay. See, it's a little garden. It's not big. Let me see if I can flip y'all. I can. Woo. Right here, it says, "Here's somebody's reason to smile," and this bee. And all these other ones, there's a Hello Kitty one. This one I bought Dollar General. These were here when we moved here. We found them. A butterfly. The only point is okay. And it ain't doing great. It's wanting to give me a hard time, and I get to leave. Like, you better leave me alone. I probably need to put some more dirt around it. None of my plants are minions. See, this one, no rock on. And they were all up and underneath this big old thing. And over here. Eventually, the grass will grow back little by little. My landlord don't really like me to worry about watering and all that because we're on well water. You're not seeing the address. That's just the name of the company, Living Water Well Drilling and Pumps and blah, blah, blah. But, yeah, he has these tree things back here. My husband did get my son's swing fixed. Yeah. We had Jade here, but we moved her. But this is some of the gravel when they did it. It's still here, you know. Oh, people hide them for you to find. See, I kind of heard that. I don't know the whole theme for it. But there was a bunch of them. There was a bunch of them hid here. Let me not show some. And there was a bunch of them hid over by right here. And we found them. I mean, before we got these two in the bag, these are the two new ones. He got one yesterday, and then this one today, that's flat on one side. It's really cute. We had all these. Some of these I bought. These smaller ones, I bought in like the packs. You can buy them at Dollar Tree. I just want one of my plants to grow. I bought this one at Home Depot. It had little flowers. They're dead. This one gets big old orange flowers, but I've never seen a bloom come from it. And this one was a Dollar Tree buy. Here's some of the stuff I had planted that just ain't ever growed. We did buy soil. We bought like 2 or 3 bags of soil and put on top of that. And then within time, the soil kind of just disappeared into the dirt. So I don't know if it's something to do with my soil or what. Now you feel like painting rocks. I'm telling you, it's there's a group on the first rock, and I'm not going to share information because I read when I went to look it up, and it's got a QR code and everything, and there's certain questions they ask you, and it's just a respect thing, unless they say they're okay with it, and you just got to be careful with copyrights and stuff like that. Sorry, I had y'all on the wrong side. You have to be careful with copyrights and stuff like that. So, they get you to answer 3 questions to join the group, and you have to wait on the pendings list until they approve. So yeah, it's fun. It's a fun. But yes, y'all, we are 54 minutes in, so we got about 4 or 5 more minutes, and we'll have our 1 hour mark. My eyes are hazel, so kind of like a bluish green. I think really a darker green. They always say hazel, green or hazel. And my husband says I'm wrong on that. I'm not. That's what's on my ID, a lot of other papers and documents. But I got on green eyeliner. Sometimes they look greener and sometimes they look blue. Yeah. I think they got a little bit of mix, like green and blue in them. But the short and sweet is, y'all, like, yeah, I have a feeling these rocks are going to be showing up every day. And that's okay. They'll be filled in all right here. I'll fill in all that dirt. I won't do the whole hide. It said it always. The first one said keep or hide. I'm just gonna keep. I won't hide them into the dirt because once we leave here, somebody might want to do something. Whenever we do move here from here one of these days, somebody might want to do something with his yard. And my landlord he probably would a bunch of rocks buried into the ground, you know. Yeah, I know. It's going to be a rock garden instead of a plant garden because I don't have a green thumb. I've tried for years. God, let me have just one bloom. Y'all, I tell you what, it don't happen. I get a bloom if I buy it at the store and it's already bloomed. Get out of his heat. My cleaning's done. I need to wipe this table off. Holiday, you want to say hey to the YouTubers? I want to say hey before we go. Tell them, so you get to see this sweet face. You can always join our channel. There's super thanks and gifts. I got to run for Mason because he gets crazy with me. Mason.
Let me 4 minutes.
Got your big head in there.
Meet me in 5 minutes.
Now he's timing me, y'all. I get time.
And we're about to end the stream in a few minutes.
Yes, and see, we have little window units. Well, they got a swamp cooler in here.
Don't forget that you're going to end the stream in a few minutes.
Oh, good gracious. And the swamp cooler just didn't keep up. Tell them, say, join our channel. Help Mama get 8 monthly members. That sucker's he ain't but 6. And he's territorial by me. He doesn't bite, but he will definitely bark and run up on somebody in an instant. I'm like, Pluto, you can't be doing that. In his mind, he's like, I don't see myself as a little chihuahua. I see myself as like pit bull size. I'm like big and grown, and I'm not too tough on him because he is getting a 5 don't sound old or 6 don't, but I've had him since 2019. So he's getting a little bit older. And so, yeah. He a big boy, yes. He thinks he's a big boy. He definitely does. He definitely does think he's a big boy, y'all. Whew. I'd be sweating. Y'all ever get those hard little bumps? I got like it's got to be like a cyst thing, but I ain't got no head right here in my forehead. And then when I sweat right there, it's like, ugh, it itches. Be driving you crazy. I tell you, y'all, the one thing I know, I have that, it's like a genetic skin disorder to where you get these like crazy looking cysts. And they don't go away completely. They always keep reoccurring. But you can go in and get lancing or antibiotics for them. Oh, my goodness. I think so. Yeah, it is. Thank you for the 10th light. Welcome. But yes, we got about 2 or 3 minutes. I'm trying to just get to the hour. I don't know why. I think most of us just go an hour, a little bit over, because that's when you start seeing YouTube pays by your, every couple dollars on different things. When you get that time in or views and stuff. It helps with your watch hours, though, mostly. So, yes, anybody that, wants to know, I probably will share a small clip the day I go down and get scheduled. Hey, I will share a small clip. That's just my landlord and his helpers. I won't be sharing, there's some channels that share that whole process. I won't be sharing that. I'll probably just keep my phone and my purse with me in the room, but they'll probably make me put it over to the side or whatever. They say you can't have any jewelry or nothing like that on, but I probably will still have it with me. So when it's done, I'll get small clips on the way and stuff like that. If y'all would like to see something like that type of video. Probably be an emotional roller coaster because that's just me. So, But so far, as far as that colonoscopy, she said it would be probably the beginning part of the year. Endoscopy, I think is what they call this, where they put the camera down in your throat and esophagus. Annual GYN, where I go in, get breast checked. I think I go through I don't know if I go through the pap smear again or not, but it's like a full check. There you go. My sister says I'm always pronouncing it wrong, but that word right there, re-put. That, and then I got an appointment with, I got an appointment with Mr. Dow, Thomas Dow, my dermatologist on the 5th. I'm probably going to have to reschedule with him. He's got me on antibiotics right now. Trying to think what else. Lorena's probably going to want me to get my mammogram done. She's very thorough. Any kind of test that she can check, she's on top of it. And I'm like, no, I don't want to do it. You know? The antibiotic helps a lot. The last antibiotics, it made me real itchy, and he was kind of nervous. He sensed that I was like unsure. He's like, Crystal, all we can do is a test run. If you have problems, then I can bring you in and just keep them lanced and be treating them as regularly as I can. But I would like to try the antibiotic first. And it's only a 6-month trial. You don't get to stay on it permanently. They can only do up to 6 months. So I think I'm on my 4th month, and then he'll probably refill me one more time for 2 months, and then I won't be able to do it anymore. Oh, hey, Joyce, you're still here. But yes, y'all, Mason's wanting us to go play Mario Brothers. We're trying to beat World War II, I think. I'm probably saying that wrong, laugh out loud, gaming. I'm sitting there and just play and watch with him for a little bit. I hope you are all blessed. Be thankful, be kind, be loving. Pray, you know. And don't let people be tough on you. I get sick of, I ask God, I say, God, I shouldn't say this, but I get sick of people telling me, oh, well, you shouldn't, this and that. You can't tell someone how to feel and what their emotion is going to be. I mean, we don't live by our emotions and feelings, but your natural mental state, your mind, your brain tells you whatever it tells you. You go through, and for somebody there's some things automatically shouldn't. That ain't even using common sense. You know, you're going to go through what you go through. And all you can do is pray about it during that time also. That's with health. That's what you find with relationships. It's just true. Thank you. Y'all be blessed, and I'll see y'all later. Bye. To us, bye, Ree. Bye, everybody.